So I had two dreams this morning, and I don't normally dream, or perhaps it's that I don't remember my dreams. But then to have two, I will put the details on the audio that I recorded right after I woke up, because they're going to have the most details than what I can even recall now. I've since written an email to RV because, yeah, he was in it. Oh my God, he was in it. And the part that I cherish most is when, well, there's two parts. One where he was looking at me so lovingly, and he picked up his phone to take a picture of me laying there looking at him. And then a moment later in the dream, we were elsewhere in the building, and he had hugged me. He held me so tightly, and he said, "I love you." And I said, "I love you too." And he said, "I know." And I said, "I could never stop." And he squeezed me tighter, and he said, "I know." So I got up and I wrote an email to him. And then my ego, of course, in the way of going, because we have an open line of communication on WhatsApp, his favorite platform to be on. I prefer Telegram, but. And then I was like, wait, do I even send this email? Do I? So I came to my cards, and they go from top, bottom, and then right to here. And my big question so do I send this email? Now, the messages from the dreams weren't just affirming the love in our connection, but it was showing me messages that my ego has been pretty dense and not wanting to see, and that is to stop chasing. That was the big message of the first one that ended up, I woke up, I got awakened with horrible cramps in my toes. My toes were curling up, and that woke me up and pulled me out of the dream. And I was so tired. I got up, I went to the restroom and to walk off the cramps in my feet. And what I remember most clear about that dream is, in this moment, is chase. To stop chasing what I want, and to stop chasing my desires, because I'm cramping. I'm cramping them. I'm cramping them from flowing in. I'm the one that's really making it so difficult. Of course. We each are the only ones who stand in the way of what we want. Nobody else. Like Abraham says, we don't get in the way of each other's realities. We only get in the way of our own. And so I went and I crawled back into bed because, like I said, I am exhausted today. And I fell back asleep pretty quickly. And then I had the second dream. And in this dream, RV was in it. And I'll give the short version, or more so, the message that came from it, which is to stop holding on to old shit. It was about a pair of fucking tennis shoes and my need to go find them because they were in the room. And like I said, I'll go forward with the link to this, and usually, I don't share all of my details, but this was just so fascinating. Again, I went from not dreaming to now. And so, I was actually looking for like external advice. What do I do? Oh my God. So it's like, wait a minute, Rochelle, no. I was scrolling through YouTube, like, wait a minute, I just explained to a goddess yesterday. No, stop. That's not, you're looking for something to do. So stop. You're supposed to just be. And I'm like, wait a minute, how can I anchor into my knowing and tap into my truth? Well, but through tools, right? Through these tools that I love so much, that have assisted me in my journey for years now. And those are Angel and Oracle cards. And these are all three of my current favorite Oracle decks. And so I just started flipping cards as I was led, and right to left, friendship, you know, which really at the start, you know, pointed out to just really be in that space with being present, letting myself have fun with my friends, letting myself experience joy in this life and love, because a friendship is anchored in love as well. And our twin flame, we have to be friends with them. Like, in that regard, if you're going to have a truly powerful and successful relationship with anybody, especially your twin flame, you have to have the firm foundation of friendship. It's like friendship first. Okay? And it's got to be in that space of being okay with that, and to surrender to this flow. Oh my God, like I said, the chase and the cramping and the, chase. I mean, yeah, I definitely did not get enough water yesterday, but still. And then this, to be in gratitude, to be grateful for all the amazing. And the first thing when I flipped this card over was I am grateful for Arby. Oh my God, the growth, the shifts in my life, this whole twin flame thing just blew my fucking mind. It up-leveled my life to such a challenging space that has allowed me to heal and dive so much deeper into myself than ever before. I mean, it's hurt like a bitch as a result, but they're not called growing pains for nothing, right? And then to recognize that I have this strength. I have the strength to achieve whatever the fuck my soul, you know, reveals to me, that I'm here, that lights me up, that I'm strong enough for anything and everything. And that, even greater still, that I am stronger because of everything I have endured and overcome, because of everything I have experienced. And it's time to really, truly allow myself to see that strength. And like I said, this reading is very much for myself. However, I am feeling to be very led to put it out there and share it with you, just for you to kind of see what it is, you know, for me to get my messages and my intuitive guidance, and how I allow myself to surrender and receive that. And then I continued on with my forest oracles, my sacred forest oracles. And we have the Wizard of the Woods for focus. Focus on what you want, Rochelle. Get specific. Don't be so, you know, all over the place and so wishy-washy, right? Because when we're wishy-washy with what we desire, then we get wishy-washy results. What we put out is what we get. So it's time to purify ourselves, to cleanse, to declutter, to, you know, create that space for what is desired to flow in. And I'm, holy moly, and I've definitely been in that space of doing that since my roommate moved out. And it was recognizing how much clutter in both physically and especially energetically was, you know, rampant in my house while I had this roommate living here for all this time. And it really did throw me so off. And it was me not listening to myself. You know, it was one of those where everything in me had said, she can't move in. You know, when this whole thing happened last year in March, she wasn't due to move in for 2 months. And everything in me said, why would she move in then? Because I'm not going to be jet setting around the world, obviously, since the world's shut down. Yet, out of obligation, this old version of me, who would always put everybody else's needs before her own, I let her move in against myself, against my own needs, and knowing who I am, what I require, and then I continued to put her needs above my own, and I paid for it. Right? I paid for it in the sense of, wow, you talk about an expensive education there. And now that I am in this purification space of cleansing and purging and clearing this space and letting go, and that was the thing about this dream this morning, is the one with Arby. The second one is we were leaving, and wherever this building was, this place where we were, and I'm walking out and I'm like, oh, my tennis shoes, I could see them at the back of the room, one each, feet apart against the wall there on the floor. And someone says, oh, I'll bring them for you. And so we go out in the car, and this guy brings the shoes, and they weren't my shoes. And I say, well, those aren't my shoes. And they go, oh, okay, well, we'll go get them for you. And then a woman brings out, and she brings out some shoes that were very pretty, flip-flops with some bling on them. But I still said, but those aren't my shoes either. And so I get out of the car with Arby, and Arby was like, no, it's okay. It's no big deal. And I'm like, no, I need my shoes, even though there were other shoes in the car. And I get out and I go in the building, and the shoes, they weren't there anymore. And so I start getting obsessed with finding these fucking shoes. And I'm looking everywhere and everywhere and everywhere and I'm not finding them. And I'm taking forever to find them. And not only do I not find the shoes, but when I go back outside, Arby's gone. He left. And that was when I woke up. Because you see, I'm holding on to old shit. It's a fucking pair of shoes. And the symbolism in this is this. The value of the shoes is so finite, so irrelevant in comparison. Like, it doesn't even compare to the infinite, priceless value of my love and I being together and being in my life and sharing in this journey together. God, the ego, holy crap, likes to hold on to old shit. So it's recognizing to let that go. And I really feel that in connection to the first dream of the chasing, that's one of the things, is to stop chasing what I desire and just let it be, let it go. So that that energy, I'm not blocking it, I'm not repelling it, and instead I'm allowing it to flow in. Because when you chase, you repel. When you surrender, it flows. And then that is when that prosperity comes in. It is, again, about clearing that space and making room for what you desire to flow in. But still, as I'm looking at these cards, I'm like, that's still not my answer to my question. Do I send the email? Well, then I go to my Lightworker cards, and holy crap, what are you clinging on to? And it's, of course, stories and beliefs and ideas of what my ego, thinks it needs to hold on to. It's like, stop. So it's time to take that leap and just go, both feet in, dive head first. That was exactly what I did when I moved to Arizona. That was exactly what I did manifesting the trip to go to India to meet my love in person. So I am definitely that person that will work, right? And this is why, again, I feel that the friendship, the fun, that it's time to really be actually having fun in different ways. I mean, yes, I'm passionate about what I do. I love what I do. But it's really getting into that anchored space of letting myself truly have fun again doing it. Like, it got to the point where it was work for a while. And that was partly why I took that step back, especially having someone in my space who was chaos. She herself was like a tornado in my house. I mean, her room, you want to talk about chaos. Even a soul sister of mine who had seen the room right before she moved out, it was, and I'm not, please understand that my roommate, she's a sweet gal. She's, a good person. Just, we can be that, but still, be an energy vampire, still create chaos where we go. And I'm a pretty organized person. I might have a bit of clutter on this table right now because I'm in the midst of some projects that I'm working on. However, you bet your butt that overall, my house is organized and things have its place. And I just looked down at 1444. Holy moly. So 444 right there.
And, I had a soul sister here who had looked in the room at the shelf that my roommate was looking to sell. And, this soul sister, she's like, whoa, this has been her room the whole time. Like, she's like me, organized, and things have their place. And we, very, very into the energetics of how it works. I mean, this is the Earth School of harnessing energy. And that was what really was that eye opener for me of going, wow, I really had just, I glossed over it. I didn't want to let myself see the truth of what was really going on in my own house. And now that that's out and gone, there is such an energetic shift. So, instead of getting back into that work, it's time to really, again, allow myself to have fun and enjoy this journey. And like I said, Goddess, if any of this resonates that came through for me, I would love to hear in your comments below. But so again, I hadn't gotten the answer to my question. Do I send the email? When this card came out. And I said, okay, done. Because recently I had done, I believe it was Twin Flame Tuesday. It might have been Super Sign Sunday, but I really want to feel it was Twin Flame Tuesday, wherein we were told not to reach out to our counterpart. Well, we know that in every single moment, things can shift, right? But in that moment, the answer was no, don't do it, because the energies are not right. We are not ready for this. And so today, after these dreams, after all this shifting that's been happening and these revelations and awarenesses that have been coming to me, and with this eclipse moon that we are on the dawn of, tomorrow it comes, the eclipse of this new moon, it's just this space of wow, this wonderful, wonderful shift. So it is time that we, again, really be connecting with our truth, our strength, really allow, especially me, allow myself to see what I am holding on to that is cramping my flow, right? Of receiving what it is that I desire to be experiencing here. So this is just so freaking awesome, so crazy. And yeah, so that's where I am. And that's my own special reading for the day. So email sent, explaining the dreams at least a little bit, and, letting him know that that I do forgive and I'm not mad. And I understand this journey so much more than before. And that's what's supposed to happen, is we're supposed to, as we go along, we're supposed to be gaining a deeper and deeper understanding of ourselves and, our experience here. That's what this journey of ascension is. It's about expanding our consciousness into a greater and greater depth of knowing and understanding, and anchoring into our truth, our power, our strength, more and more and more. Oh my goodness, this was just, wow. I'm not going to deny my energies are like a little, oh my gosh, because it's been a couple weeks since he and I actually said anything to each other after we had a major ego thing between us, purging some shit. Having things mirrored, our own frustrations and each our own experiences, and feeling so discouraged about us being together. Underneath the surface, we haven't spoken much on that because, why? What does really talking about it kind of serve for either one of us? It just seems to upset both of us that we're not able to, just get on a plane and go see each other. In fact, my country has basically suspended, processing visitor applications, period, for, it literally says 999 days on the website. And that was a punch in the gut. And I'm just like, wow, while they're just letting child traffickers and human traffickers come over the borders for free? What? Wait, please make it make sense. I just, yeah, it's so mind blowing where we are currently in this world. But that's again all the more reason for us to be going within ourselves, to be really, really just focusing on where our power is, which is within, which is in working on ourselves and, not giving focus and attention and energy to the things that we cannot control, which means the things that we do not have power over. And therefore, that is not where our power can be found. It can only be found within. Oh my goodness, this has been such a powerful morning. And I'm just like, so not only am I on my menstrual cycle, because that's like amplified sensitivities for women. When you are in that, your gifts are, your intuitive gifts are amplified. Hello, having two dreams. And then also it being on a new moon eclipse. I'm just like, the energies are so fucking intense right now. That would be why I am so exhausted today. Like, oh my goodness, I'm just gonna really hold that space for myself today, work on, just work on being, and just work on things that feel good and that I want to work on. And we are getting ready to do a wonderful, complete moon cycle ritual process where we do start just before the new moon and we go through the entire cycle of the moon from the new moon through the week in between and then through the full moon. It's a full complete cycle, and I haven't done one of those live, and it was actually a year was the last time I did one live for a group, so I'm really excited about that. We're going to be doing that finally again. The group wanted it, and so we're doing it. Oh my goodness. And you can join us for an upcoming one we will do again. And I will be putting those details down below. You can definitely comment below if they are not in the description. Please comment and ask about that. And I will be sure to put the updated link because I wasn't ready for it. I've been updating my website, so I didn't have the page ready, but grateful that I had most everything else ready. So I'm still working out some of the tech kinks for it to be just readily available for you to just get. That said, like I said, just comment below if you're interested in doing this manifesting moon ritual process. It is powerful. It is incredible. There's journal prompts. There's, envisioning activities. There's all sorts of incredible, powerful resources and tools and guidance. And of course, 2 ritual events, one for the new moon and one for the full moon, that are sure to create massive, amazing shifts in aligning you and assisting your manifestation of what you desire. So I'm so excited for that. And in the meantime, it's just about being and anchoring more and more into this power and awareness of what the fuck do I need to let go of, which I do see a few things, definitely, for sure. So that said, Goddess, thank you so much for allowing me to share this with you. And I would really love to hear if any of this resonated with you in your own twin flame journey, in your own self-love empowerment journey. Because remember, a twin flame journey is a self-love empowerment journey. So enjoy this, which is from and that's where I'm going to actually put this video, is not in the Goddess Rising empowerment messages. This is going to go in my self-love empowerment journey playlist, because this was actually intended for me. I had done it for me and this is what came. So that said, Goddess, I truly, truly appreciate you. And I would love to hear your feedback always on any of my videos. And if you're looking for a safe place to call home, and remember though, safe is an illusion, and we don't need to worry about being safe because we are safe. It's just a given. It's only the ego that says, oh, fear, 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 alert, alert. But a place to call home among goddesses supporting goddesses. Come join my free Telegram goddess tribe. It's the Rise and Thrive tribe on Telegram. I will put that link down in the description as well. And that said, thank you so much for sharing in this. My name is Rochelle Richard, And I am here sharing my journey of reclaiming my power. I have been for years. I have come so far, so far from what my life was so long ago. And I invite you to do the same on your journey. And it's all about looking for and finding where your power is rather than giving it away to where it is not. That said, dear Goddess, just so you know, the power is in your hands because it's always been inside you.
Oh my God, I had a dream. I was with Arvi. And we were in like a community center or something, and maybe we were there because we had gotten drunk. Because I remember seeing, oh God, there was a point where he was hugging me. He was holding on to me. And he told me that he loved me. And I told him that I loved him, and he said, I know. I told him that I would never stop. And he squeezed me tighter and he said, I know. And we were leaving, and I had seen my old pair of shoes, and someone said, oh, they'll get them for me. And we get outside of the car. And they brought the wrong shoes, and I go back in, and I'm like, no, I know where they were. And then, because the first they brought the wrong shoes, the person brought the wrong shoes, and I said, those aren't the right shoes. And then someone says, oh, I'll get the other ones. I'm like, they're at the back of the room. And then the other person brought the wrong shoes, and they actually brought some new sparkly looking shoes. And I'm like, but those aren't my shoes. And so I go back in, and my shoes that I had seen, they weren't there anymore. So I'm looking, and I'm looking, and I'm looking, and I'm not finding my shoes, and I just keep looking, and there's just an old pair of tennis shoes. Well, Arvi's out in the car waiting for me, and I just keep looking and looking, and for some reason I end up finding 2 pictures of us somewhere. And by the time I go back outside, he's not there. And it's because I'm holding on to old shit. I'm focusing on holding on to things that, because they were just shoes. I can buy new shoes, but there's only one Arvi. I only have one twin flame. I need to stop focusing on the old shit and create room for the new, let the new to come in. God, I haven't dreamt or remembered a dream in so long. And I'd had a dream before I got up, to horrible cramps in my toes. And that dream wasn't very good. I had to do it chasing something. Because of me chasing what I want. And it wasn't working very well. So I had that dream first, and then I went up and I went to the restroom and to walk off my freaking cramps. And it was when I came back to bed and I dreamt this dream. 2 dreams. And I hardly ever dream. But I had 2